It's here. I got it. Yes. Finally. Father's Day. Oh my God. What are you guys gonna cook? I'm gonna cook my favorite. Steak and chimichurri. What kind of steak? Churrasco, of course. That's the only thing that goes good with chimichurri. Well, there's a few other things, but my favorite is churrasco. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are ready. I am. Ready, set, dale. So excited. It's like Christmas for me. This video is not sponsored by anybody, but I love waffle forks. Maybe you guys have a waffle fork near you. I put in the order yesterday and delivered today. How cool is that? And here we go. Angus, or aged black Angus beef outside skirt. Oh, 1, 2, and 3. Look at that. Look at that. Put these puppies up here. All right. Make sure that is cuts. And some dessert, some chocolate mousse, which is delicious. If you guys have never had this, delicious, definitely recommend it. But we have 1.25 pound, 1.5 pounds, and 1.5 pounds. So that's 4.25 pounds of skirt steak that we're gonna be grilling up. So
So I told him not to say my name, and he said my name. And then his shirt was all stained, and he got a little cheesed that I told him that. And I'm always telling him about his appearance. He has to be perfect, and he always gets a little cheesed. But it has to be perfect. Yeah. I don't know where he went. He disappeared. He's gone. Dad? Perfect. Okay?
I'm good?
No. Your hair. Here.
Right.
There. Go.
My cameragrapher, which shall be nameless because she doesn't want me to use her name, is my daughter, and she's extremely picky about my appearance. But that's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. She wants Dad to look perfect, especially today because it's Father's Day weekend. So we're gonna be talking about churrasco, my favorite cut of meat. It's either ribeye or churrasco for me. Even though I grew up in a Cuban household eating palomilla, which palomilla is a different cut, which is very good as well. But my favorite as an adult has always been either ribeye or churrasco. So today we're gonna be talking about churrasco. And many of you may know, or maybe you don't know, that there are 2 types of churrasco cuts. One is called inside skirt and the other one is called the outside skirt. Now the difference is that the inside skirt is cut from the abdominal part of the cow. The outside skirt is from the diaphragm, which is a lot juicier, is a lot softer, tender compared to the inside skirt. So when you go to your store, to your butcher or to your grocery store, always try to look for outside skirt. There's a big difference. A lot of people don't enjoy eating skirt steak because they find the meat to be too tough. And it's most likely they're eating inside skirt instead of outside skirt. So always buy outside skirt. So when you do buy the outside skirt, it's gonna come a lot of times with extra skin or extra membrane that needs to be trimmed off. And that's fairly simple. It's just you're cleaning up the steak like you would, cleaning up a chicken or anything else like that. So today we're gonna clean up the pieces that we have, which we don't have a lot to clean up. These came out pretty clean. So I'm gonna check them over really quick. Just small little things that we take off, little extra pieces. You can zoom in if you want, cameraographer, so that the people can see what I'm doing. She's hungry just like we all are. So just little pieces like that we try to cut off. I like some fat because it adds flavor, obviously. You just don't want too much. So this looks pretty good. All right, so then what we do is we pretty much find the halfway point of the steak and cut it in half. And then put it away. And then let's clean the rest. These look like they just came from the butcher, straight from the butcher. All right, so stuff like this, gonna clean it up. That's fine. The most important part is that once you cut this off, and the reason you're cutting it off obviously is for, you don't want all that fat because it's gonna make your grill flare up once it starts cooking. And some of the fat can be chewy depending on the steak. I do like some fat in my steak because, like I said, I like the flavor. So this one looks pretty good. And again, we look for the halfway point and we slice. And we come here, get the last piece. This one's all right. We don't need to do a lot of trimming on these. These are Black Angus skirt steaks. And when I buy these usually come pretty well trimmed, which is one of the reasons why I like to get them. I do buy sometimes the ones that are that I need to trim completely. Those are less expensive, so I do like to get those sometimes. All right, so let's put those in here. And then let's go ahead and season. Churrasco seasoning is very simple. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, and olive oil. So what that's gonna do is that's going to help the natural flavors of the meat come through. You don't wanna over season it with different types of seasonings or rubs. You can. Everybody has a different taste. This is the way I like to do it. And I've tried different things. I've tried teriyaki sauce. I've tried, doing different Worcestershires and different barbecue seasonings that I have. But my favorite is the simple garlic powder with the salt and pepper and olive oil. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go ahead and start with these guys. Let's start with the pepper. You're gonna zoom in, remember. Zoom in while I'm doing this. Now we go with the salt. I love using really coarse salt for all my steaks. I just like the amount of flavor that it gives it. Don't use table salt. If you don't have anything else, then use table salt. But the table salt, you can over season it with the salt because it's too, since it's so thin, sometimes we tend to over season with that salt. And then now we just add the olive oil. This is gonna help with the seasoning, with the marinade when you help penetrate the flavors in there, and it's also gonna help from the steak getting stuck on the grill grates, which if you have your heat high like I like to have it, they tend to get stuck if you don't have some type of lubrication or something on there like that. So that's what I like to do. And we're gonna go ahead and flip these over. Flip these puppies over like that. And then get the other side nice and happy. Happy. By doing the same thing. We're just repeating the process. And then we're gonna let these sit no less than 30 minutes. I like to have them sitting for 30 minutes, maybe 45. An hour would be the best. But if you don't have the time and everybody's hungry, like everybody usually is here, I'm sure it's the same in your house, then 30, 45 minutes minimum to let all these flavors penetrate the steak. And I hope you guys can see the steak. I mean, it looks very tender now. I mean, this is the, like I said, the outside skirt, which is so tender. And when we get this puppy grilled up to a nice medium rare, depending on how you guys like it. That's how we like it around here. You're gonna see what a beautiful juicy steak we're gonna cook. And this is what Daddy wanted for Father's Day, because it's Father's Day and he gets to choose. But he shouldn't be cooking it, right? But I am. All right, let's put these puppies back in the container and let them sit for a while. Next up, the grill, baby.
Look at that. It looks so good.
It is good. And just like that, you got your steak. Move this guy out of the way. And the cameraographer can zoom in here and get some of these video of the steak in here. We'll go this piece right here. Look at that. That look good?
Yeah.
All right, let's try it. So tender, so juicy. Guys, super simple. Salt, pepper, garlic, olive oil. Drop it on the grill. Cook it to your liking. Medium, medium well, medium rare, however you guys like it. Preferably, the best way to cook it is medium rare to medium, depending on how you guys like it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. And I want to thank my wife because she has cooked some of the best meals for me this weekend. Starting yesterday, she made a beef stew with herb mashed potatoes that was delicious. So this is my way to pay her back and cooking her some delicious, juicy churrasco. So again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I hope you guys enjoy this and we'll see you the next time. See ya!
Ya no sabe lo que pasa. El primer verso, papi. Lo que manda aquí la clave. Este ritmo guaguanco. Esto es lo que existe. Y también está mi chamaco. Nadie nos resiste. Aquí estamos bravos. La chema tan brava. Esta vida es brava. Y yo también soy bravo. Por eso no.
You gotta get in that zone. Okay, ready? Are you in that zone? Are you in that zone?
I'm in the zone.
You're in the zone? Okay, sweet. Get that drink out of there.
So the easiest thing when you have so many kids, rather than cutting it for them at the table, is to cut it right on the cutting board. This is what I like to do. And those are my kids in the background fighting for who's gonna get steak first. So Daddy has to hurry up and cut all the steak. That's how we do it here. At the man with a pan. I'm served. See you next time.